The next movie we're going to be reviewing is Atonement, the World War II movie based on the novel by Ian McEwan. Let me just get this right out of the way. This is a great movie. The acting is exceptional. The Joe Wright is a masterful storyteller, and everything from the cinematography to even the score, which won an Oscar, is flat out brilliant. The story begins shortly before World War II. Bryony Tallis is a young 13-year-old girl who has aspirations to be a writer. However, she witnesses a growing relationship between her older sister Cecilia and the groundskeeper's son Robbie. But her motives for interpreting what she sees going on between them cause her to become different from what actually happens. As everyone sounds really confused, but trust me, the movie makes it very, very clear. And when a horrible event occurs, she makes a decision that will haunt all three of them for the rest of their lives. And this is a great movie because it is so well constructed. The first half of the movie, we see events from two perspectives. First, from Bryony's perspective, and then from a neutral perspective. So we understand both what really happened and why Bryony thought, the things that she did. So it makes her a more balanced character. She does some reprehensible things in this movie, but we also understand why she did them. And so it's got this, mystery Rashomon type of deal going on in the first half of the movie. And the second half explores the ramifications of her decision. And it's a great romantic tragedy. But only at the very end, in the final scene, do we really understand the price that she paid, that everyone paid, for her decision all those years ago. This is a great movie. The performances by Keira Knightley, who has never been better, James McAvoy, ditto, and newcomer Saoirse Ronan, who was flat out brilliant as the young Bryony, are all top notch. And there's one just breathtaking, 3-minute long, unbroken take across the beaches of Dunkirk at the evacuation, which was shown in more detail in last year's masterpiece, Dunkirk. But this movie it's just great. I can't recommend this highly enough. It's a perfect 4 out of 4 for me.
Okay. Well, I'll take this film's 3-minute scene of Dunkirk than the entire Christopher Nolan Dunkirk, but that's another story. So, this is a very strong film. I give it 3.5 stars. I was slightly dismayed, but I guess that's the point of the film. At the twist there at the end. But again, I guess that's because it made me want what it had shown me previously. I wanted to hold on to that. I would have liked it if that would have been even more of a atonement. Obviously, pun intended there. I wish it would have. I wish there would have been more there to hold on to, because then I think it would have hit me even stronger. When again, trying not to have a spoiler here, that and I'd like to also touch upon, and I cannot recall the young actress name, but her cousin. I thought for
Gina Temple.
Yeah, I liked. She had a much smaller role, but I really liked what she did as well as a child actor.
Yeah. She's very good.
Yeah. The scene in the scene with Benedict Cumberbatch, who is in this film, when they're sort of interacting, and she's clearly flirting, but on a very low key level, very low key.
Yeah, she acts a lot with her eyes.
Yes,
and that's very important.
Yeah. I thought that was impressive acting and an impressive scene to set up, some of what would come later.
Yeah.
The only other thing I felt, which again it's still a very strong recommendation for me, is that I wish I would have known everything that Rioni knew.
Rioni knew.
Yeah. I wish I would have known sooner what she knew about the
central event.
The central event. Versus finding out later that she knew more, because it didn't quite drive home
her duplicity.
Yeah, her duplicity. And
I know we're being very, very vague here, but it's that kind of movie where it's best to go in blind.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like talking about, in many ways, it's like talking about like a movie like Seven, because the less you know going in, the more of an impact you'll get. Although I will say this movie is entirely rewatchable, because the acting is so strong and the storytelling is just brilliant. Joe Wright is an amazing filmmaker. He should have gotten an Oscar for Best Director, but he wasn't even nominated, which boggles the mind. But and yes, the ending twist is very important, but it's not the sole reason to see this movie. I mean, it's not like, honestly, I didn't even. It's not like the whole movie is building up to that one moment, like in Seven, which is a great movie and it's still rewatchable. But that's not what this movie is like. This is a drama. It is a tragedy. But it's a very good movie. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
No, the ending's really a positive, is that it keeps me thinking about the film beyond beyond having it ended. So it's a positive. I just was commenting that I felt like they could have made it to where it was even a stronger, because over like Seven hits you like a sledgehammer.
Yes. That is true.
This hits you, but it's not quite as hard, but it could have been. But again, I still really enjoyed the film. It was certainly one of the best films of 2007. Yeah, and Joe Wright, definitely was snubbed there.
Yeah, it's a great movie.